All right, before we go tonight, let's head back out to Pirate Stadium where Jessica Morrey standing by at Vega. And I'll tell you what, they have to be feeling really good about themselves going into next week undefeated.
Thanks, Nick. Well, when it's China Spring versus La Vega, you know these games are going to go down to the wire, and that's what happened here at La Vega today. It was 14-10 the majority of the fourth quarter. Then with about 2 minutes left, La Vega put some icing on the cake and scored to make it 20-10. They would miss the extra point. But you know these games always go down to the wire. Last year in the regular season, 17-10 was the final. La Vega got the win. Then in the postseason, in the region final, China Spring went and snapped La Vega's 29-game winning streak and advanced to the state semifinals where they fell in double overtime to Carthage. But you know, these games, rivalry games, aplenty around here, and this one was one of the best here tonight. La Vega just completely limited big plays by China Spring's offense. The only touchdown pass was the one you saw in the highlights, Caden Johnson to Steven Russo. That was really the only big play. They completely eliminated Tyreek James, the tight end who's going to Tulane. He's about to play D1 football, and they shut him down completely. He only had one catch tonight. So the defense played great, limiting big plays. And then on the offensive side for La Vega, their run game is so strong. They have 3 running backs, not including their quarterback, who's a dual threat, Jamal Williams, but 3 running backs, Kamachi Hobbs, John Richards, and Cameron Henry, that can just pound the rock, and they do not go down. You need about 3 guys to take these guys down. They get so many yards after a contact. It's unbelievable. So hard running was the story here, limiting the big plays. And then there were some penalties in this game on La Vega's side. A lot of holding calls, that limited some big drives. I think if they wouldn't have had those, the score might have been a little bit different. But Coach Williams has talked about that all season. He's got to get, the kids have to be more disciplined because they can't have those kind of penalties once you get into the postseason. And we talked with Coach Williams earlier on our Friday Night Lights show, and he said, this game is special because of the fact that he and Coach Bell, Mark Bell, the head coach at China Spring, have been coaching in the Central Texas area each for longer than 20 years each. That's more than 40 years combined. And they have such a special relationship. Coach Bell says, back in the day, they used to never get along. They used to never talk. They hated each other. But now they've watched each other's sons play. Coach Bell coached his son as quarterback. Coach Williams has his son as his quarterback, Jamal Williams. So they've built a bond, and he said this game was special because most likely this will be the last game that he faces off against China Spring here at Pirate Stadium. So it was a very special game for the Pirates and for the Cougars. Now, I will say this, after the game, talk about some great sportsmanship. I tweeted out a video, but Mark Bell went and shook the hands of every single La Vega Pirate, congratulated them, gave Jamal Williams a huge hug, went and helped Kamachi Hobbs. He was getting stretched out, went and gave him a handshake, went and sought him out, talked to all the coaches after the game, and then they all did a group prayer, the 2 teams. So just a special moment, and just how special Central Texas high school football is. A great moment there, but a huge win for La Vega. They are 7-0 on the year, 2-0 in district play, 20-10 the final, while China Spring falls to 5-2. Next week, China Spring will host Gatesville. La Vega will travel to Lampasas. That's going to wrap it up here at our game of the week. La Vega getting the win, 20-10. For now, reporting live at Pirate Stadium, Jessica Morrey, Channel 6 Sports.
I am glad they did not shut the lights out on you. And Coach Williams and Coach Bell, 2 of the, not only the best coaches around, 2 of the most respected coaches around, and it's going to be sad to see that these 2 will not play each other hardly anymore. But I'll tell you what, La Vega keeps rolling. That's going to help them, especially in the playoffs. That running game that'll open up the passing game.